Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and we're continuing our preview series of accessories for the Note 8. And today we have a series of products, actually 9 products from Ringke that are all designed for your Samsung Galaxy Note 8. So stay tuned and let's check them out. So in anticipation of the arrival of the Note 8, I've been doing a series of videos that are just covering all the accessories that are available today that you can order and get for your Note 8 as soon as it comes through the door, or you pick it up at your local big box retailer or AT&T, Verizon, or Sprint. So these products were brought to us by Ringke, and they're all specifically designed cases, cables, and whatnot for the Note 8. So let's go ahead and start reviewing each one of these, and we'll see how they work. So now the first thing that we're going to look at are the cases. And I've seen comments on the channel regarding the quality of the cases that we've been reviewing, the thickness of the cases that we've been reviewing, and there's a lot that has been changing in the overall construction and design of cases. In the past we're used to seeing really bulky cases that were designed to protect and give you the ultimate protection. It's almost like putting a Nerf case on your on your phone to be able to protect it. But nowadays you don't have to do that. So what we're seeing is the emergence of thinner cases that are designed with materials that are still going to give you drop protection. I think one of the first companies that we saw do that was UAG. So UAG is known for having a thin case but with awesome protection. So here what you're looking at, these cases that we have here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. All 5 have military grade drop certification. It means that they've tested the Note 8 in these cases, done drop tests, and the phone has survived. So as you look at all these, you may not see the bulk, but they are drop certified. Let's go ahead and look at each one. So now first up is the case named the Wave. So this is the Wave Galaxy Note, and you can see that it has kind of this wave here. It's a 2-part case, polycarbonate material, TPU in the inside. You'll notice how it's a combination of both, and the way the material, even though it transitions from the polycarbonate to the TPU, you notice right here that the transition is seamless. It's just a different way to look at the case. Now what's really nice about this is that it has, again, that wave texture in the back that goes from a matte finish to this kind of metallic finish as well. You have the Ringke logo there. Here you have headphone jack, you have the USB charging, speakerphone, pinhole mic, and then the stylus or the S Pen, and then on the top you have your pinhole mic. You can see that the controls here for your power button, we get a little bit closer right there so you can see that, are nice and accessible, and then you have your Bixby button separate and your volume rocker. So this is a good good case to consider, and you'll notice also right there that there seems to be some really good protection. Notice how it comes up the lip on each side. Once we get the Note 8 and we place it into this phone, we're going to see how much we're going to get. But this is definitely a good looking case. Given the thickness of the case, the other thing I'll mention is this is definitely going to support wireless charging. We don't have the phone yet, but once we do, you're definitely going to be able to see that. So let's go on to the next case. Now this case is the Fusion case. Fusion, it's made out of 2 materials. It's a hard TPU material in the back, maybe even polycarbonate. I think it's just a hardened TPU, and then it has a soft TPU here on the side. I like that it has that smoked color all the way around. Same features that we have. Nice, I would say, protection here in the back for your camera area, and it's going to be coming out enough so you don't have to worry about it. All your cutouts look nice. If we look at it this way, you can see that you have some decent screen protection, and even as I rest it here on my desk here, I can see that it's raised enough to keep the screen away from touching any kind of surface. Now you will notice that there is a plastic here that you can remove. This is going to be one of those cases that is going to showcase the color of your phone. And remember, the Note 8 and the S8 for that matter, the color of your phone is only visible in the back. So if you slap on a case that covers it up, you're not going to be able to see it. So this is definitely one of those cases. And a lot of these transparency cases also give you the ability to put a picture, to put whatever you want to kind of showcase as well. I actually have on one of my cases, I have a business card. So anytime my phone is face down, my business card is face up and people can see my brand. So once again, good protection, also military certified for drop protection, and a good option if you're looking for a clear case. Ringke also states that this is a non-yellowing case, which is really important. Now next up is the Ringke Slim. This is an interesting case, and I want to tell you why. First of all, this is a polycarbonate case, again, military drop test certified, and it has, again, some really nice protection here when it comes to the lip that you see here coming upwards for your phone. Everything is cut out, so you don't have another button on top of your existing button to press. You're actually going to find each one of the buttons based on the phone itself. There is no TPU material on the back, which means that this is probably one of the thinnest case, hence the name. You have all the cutouts that you need here, as well as, I like right here, you notice how this design is. Let's get close for you to see that. You have the traditional camera setting here, and then you have, for your fingerprint sensor, I would say like a slide position. So you notice how your finger can just slide in right there. This one is kind of harsh. So if you're really looking for your fingerprint sensor, this is well thought out. You can just put your finger right here, and you'll notice that the material, or that this bevel that exists here, this edge, stops your finger right where your fingerprint is. So easy to find, and especially if you're going to use some of those features like the scroll down, scroll up, or just do the fingerprint sensor, you can do that easily. Now, what I like about this one, and I found that's really unique, is that it has a card holder. Now, you're seeing this a lot. I see a lot of folks that even stick this directly onto their phone. I see this a lot with the iPhone folks. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So what you can do here is it has an adhesive here, and you can actually glue it to the back of your case and put in an ID, credit card, anything you want here. Now, what still remains to be seen is, will this additional thickness impact wireless charging? I think it may. Still don't know because we haven't tested it out, but it's still a nice option. And the great thing is that it is optional. It's not stuck to this. What I'll probably do before I stick it on it is I'll put a card in here, place it, and then I'll test it by just doing one of these things and seeing if it will charge. So I think it's really important for the wireless charging to take place because, as you know, if you're a Note 7 user, you probably had the choice to get that free wireless charger. So I see a lot more people getting it. So nice case, and this is the Slim Galaxy Note Black. So now this case is known as the Bevel, and it's interesting because it's, in my mind, a very thin case, very similar to what we just looked at in the Slim. It's amazing that they were able to get military drop certification on this because of how thin it is. First of all, you'll notice it kind of has a smoked color to it, has kind of this bevel on the sides, this pattern right there. All the cutouts, as you would expect. There's a pattern in the inside here. You can actually feel this texture that's going on. It looks like it has the same, amount of pitch here when it comes to how it's going to protect your screen. And you do have these buttons that are on each side that are going to be on top of the buttons that you have. The sides themselves, while the corners up here are more rigid, you notice how I'm pressing these right here, and they're harder. The center is a little bit more squishier. So again, typically when you drop your phone, I rarely have seen a phone that drops here on the side and impacts here. Typically the heaviest points are on the side, so it looks like they added some additional protection here. So nice option for those of you who are looking for a minimalistic case. Now the last case we're going to look at is called the Prism and Clear case. So this is really going to showcase your phone, and this is going to be an interesting case because notice kind of the patterns. It almost has like a diamond shape, prism shape on the back, and you can see how nice it's catching the light. If you have any of the colors outside of black, I think this is going to be sharp. Even with the black, it's going to make the phone look like it's an onyx black on the back based on the patterns that's coming up. It doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints, so it's going to be pretty sharp. I did notice that in the news today they talked about in Asia there's going to be a pink version of the Note 8. So this would be really nice for those of you ladies out there that are looking for some bling and not having that gaudy, bedazzled type case, because this will definitely showcase the phone and highlight all the colors. Same as the other one, you have a lot of flexibility. You have rigid corners, soft center. Your buttons here are pretty exposed. You can see how much they come out right there. You can see that. See how they come out really high. So no confusion there as to what you're going to press, and it looks like all the ports are generous and well aligned. We'll see more. This is definitely one of those cases that's going to wireless charge and work with Samsung Pay. Now the next thing we're looking at here is this kind of lanyard or wrist strap, and you may be asking yourself, well, hey, how would that work? And this is a great I would say, accessory for those of you who drop phones a lot. If you're walking somewhere, you can actually, and you have your phone in your hand like most of us do, you can just do one of these things and keep your phone secure. Now you're asking yourself, well, how does that work with the phone case? Well, let me show you what Ringke has done. You'll notice right here, this area right there. So that area right there is going to give you the ability to loop this through here, and once you loop it through, now you have a wrist strap that you can use with your phone. So nice option for those of you, and it's easy to take off. I'll tell you, you may be looking at this and saying, what, are you really going to do that? All you do is you just push it through this hole right here, loop it through, and once it loops, it'll do one of these kind of like reverse loops where it's going to look something like this. Once it's there, and then to remove it, you just do the reverse as you connected it. So great option for those of you who are looking to have a lanyard or a wrist strap. Now for those of you who are curious, let me just show you how this is going to work. So you insert through here, this comes out, and then once this comes out, you would take this part right here, slide it right through, and then it ties into place. So easily to remove as well, because you just do the reverse and it comes out. So very nice accessory. Now this next product is another interesting product. This is a card holder, and again, pretty much this is an accessory that works with any phone. So this is just not for the Note 8, but I'm glad they sent it to us. You can use this with your iPhone, you can use this with any phone that you have in a case, and here's what the product looks like. So it is a business card holder, credit card holder, ID holder, whatever you want to call it. Has an adhesive back that you can literally stick to the back of your phone. So just like this, you just stick it to the back of the phone, and what you could do is once you open it up, you have your credit card or business cards in here, nicely secure and easily accessible. So nice little product that I think that just makes carrying any kind of credit card or ID a lot easier, so that you can go solo with your phone. Now this next product is a Ringke ring. Kind of interesting the way those two work together. You're seeing a lot of these built into cases, and what this does for you is it gives you a different way to hold on to your phone and also use it as a stand. So you'll notice that this is something that sticks to the back of your phone, and then a little ring comes out where you can insert your finger to hold the phone or use it as a kickstand. This is definitely something that is just not for the Note 8, but it could be used for other products as well. And what you have here is everything you need to get started. So let's go ahead and remove, take it out of the box. So now that we have it out of the box, there's a couple things I just wanted to highlight. So what we have is the ring, and I'm going to show you how this is going to work in a second. And then here you have some cable organizer, so cable management solutions. This is something that you can put on your desk and place your charging cables so that they don't fall off. So your charging cables would come in through this loop right here, and then the tip of the cable would come out this way, or this way. So this is two cable management tools that you can have, and you can stick them wherever you'd like. You could even put this in your car. Sometimes I find myself stepping out of my car, and then the cable, my charging cable, comes out with me. When I close the door, I ruin the tip because the door kind of smashes it. So this allows you to keep things nicely organized in your car or your home. Now, looking at the Ringke ring and how this works. So this is going to either go attached to your phone, or how I would prefer to do it is have it attached to a case. So this is going to be attached to the case. It does have adhesive that you remove the backing and it'll stick on. And then once it sticks on, it will you'll be able to stick your finger in like this to hold the phone so it doesn't fall out. Very similar to, I'd say, this thing right here, but you have this in place. You could also use it as a kickstand. So if this is connected to the phone, it would hold the phone up. Now keep in mind that if you do choose, and because it's adhesive and it's not magnetic and it doesn't come off, once you put it on the case, it's on the case, and it's definitely going to interfere with wireless charging. It shouldn't interfere with Samsung Pay, but wireless charging it would, because of how much it would raise from the phone, and I wouldn't advise it if you're going to do a wireless charging solution. But a nice option, especially if you want to put this on a case to make sure that you do not drop your phone. Now this last product is a cable for your Note 8. This will work with the S8. This will also work with the G6 and the upcoming V30. And the neat thing about this is that when you get your Note 8, it's going to have some tips. And those tips are going to be to help you convert some of your existing cables to a USB-C. Now, the neat thing about this is that this one is braided and it's very thick. Take a look at that. Let's make sure that you guys can see that nicely in focus. It's braided, really well constructed. This is not the type of case that is or cable that's very flimsy. I've had a lot of cables that typically go bad in this area right here, but this is very, very well constructed. Let's zoom in so you can get a better look at this, all the details here. So you have, again, some Velcro here to keep things nicely wound together. You can see the thickness of the cable. It's stiff because, well, again, it's braided and it's well constructed. And this is going to give you, again, another option to have a backup cable, maybe one in your car to keep your phone charged with the one that you have in your house. So another product available from Ringke that's going to be suited for your Note 8, but also works on your S8 as well as G6 or V30. So this concludes my review of a series of products available for the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 today. If you have any comments or questions about these products, leave it in the comment area below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.